thank everybody who could make it here today. Intentionally, not a lot of people. Normally, we have a bunch of kids that work with Family Service, the Family Service Association, and they're here running up, picking up their backpacks. Unfortunately, due to circumstances, we are unable to have that, but hopefully, some point later this week or today, they'll be able to run up and pick their own backpack up safely. We don't know what's going to happen this year, so it's kind of a little bit bananas. People are wondering, okay, why are you doing a backpack drive if we don't know if we're even going to go to school? And so normally I say prepare for the worst and hope for the best, but it's actually a little bit reverse here. We're really hoping for the best with these backpacks and hoping we get our kids back to school and back to a normal situation. But since we really don't know what's going to happen, we don't know that any minute our kids may be back in those classrooms sooner than we think. Some are actually already going back to classrooms ahead of other folks that are staying at home. So they're going to need these school supplies, they're going to need these backpacks, they're going to need their uniforms just like they would any other year. And as a matter of fact, it is a sense of normalcy for these kids as well, because they're used to grabbing those new supplies every single year that give them confidence and in which then gives them the ability to perform better, as they've shown in scientific studies. So we need to add some of that normalcy back to their lives, regardless if they'll be in the classroom at home or in the classroom at school. So I'm really excited about all these backpacks we got this year. As always, there is no way we could do this. It's been over 10 years now. I lost track. I count to 10, and then now I say 10 plus. So 10 plus years we've been doing this, but the Mopar Alamo City LX group, like longest name in the whole wide world, one of our local clubs that really loves their Hemi engines and muscle cars out there. We just love them. President Levi here, they've collected 504 this year to add to about the 130 we did. So thank God we're well over 630 backpacks, but honestly, you can see this is really the Mopar backpack drive, and that they do, that they bring over here to Ancira. So Levi, thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
We love this. As you alluded to, this year it's not normal. There's a lot of craziness going on here. And as you said, more important than ever, with the financial strain that most families are going over, I can see that Family Service is probably going to be serving more children in our San Antonio area this year. So we're just as proud as ever, but really proud this year we're able to support.
Hey, we couldn't do it without you, so thank you very much. Like, seriously. You guys are rock stars, and you make an excellent point. There's a lot of folks out there that are unemployed, and so the need is going to be even greater for the families and children out there. So thank you, Family Service, for all that you do. Without you, I know there'd be so many people out there struggling far more than they are now, because that you are there to help them. So thank you, Mary.
And April, I just would like to thank you and your team, all of the Ancira team, Levi, you and Mopar. As you said, we can't do this work without the help of all of you and everybody else out in the San Antonio community. The needs of the families we serve existed long before this COVID pandemic started. Unfortunately, this pandemic has exacerbated the needs of these families. Over 50% of the families that we serve have either lost a job, been furloughed, or have reduced hours, putting additional financial strain on themselves and their families. In addition, we've been serving approximately 3,000 additional families a week, more than what we've been serving beforehand. So these needs are continuing to grow. These needs for them will last long after everything starts to settle down for most. These families needed these supports and supplies beforehand. They definitely need them now more than ever. And even if they're not in the classroom, they need these supplies and these backpacks in their homes while they continue to try to maintain a sense of normalcy at home with their classroom learning in their home setting or wherever they're receiving it. So this absolutely will help families who are struggling to afford to put food on their table, pay their rent. Now they'll be able to better support their kids during this school year while we all work together to try to help our kids learn and move forward for future success. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mary, CEO, President of Family Service.
Hey, so real quick before we end our deal here today, we're at Ancira CJDR, one of our great partners with ACLX, someone that we partner with because we believe in what they do to help our community, and of course it's easy for us to help support our community as well. As you can see behind me, ACLX, through your efforts, We brought in 504 backpacks this year. A big shout out to 512 Detail for their raffle, which helped fund a big portion of getting these backpacks delivered this year. Everybody who bought a raffle ticket, everybody who just made a straight donation towards this, thank you for making this happen. Without the membership, we can't do things like this to help our community. This year, more than ever, with Family Service Association, their need is increased dramatically with the pandemic. There's so many families who have never needed to have assistance that are needing help to get their kids back to school this year. So this year, more than ever, these are going to make a huge impact. Also want to give a big shout out to Backpacks USA. They really helped us. We bought from them for several years. This year they stepped in with a sponsorship and allowed us to maximize our dollar even more, increasing our goal by over 100. So for everybody out there, you still have time. You always have time to go to Family Service Association San Antonio, make a donation, help the kids. They don't need just backpacks. They need socks. They need supplies. They need everything. Your dollar direct donation helps so much to be able to achieve all of their goals. So if you haven't donated, if you want to help out, Family Service Association San Antonio is where you want to go. We want to thank again everybody for coming out or for watching. We want to thank everybody for their donations. Stay safe in this pandemic. I'm being socially separated, but I have my mask. And we will see you at our next event.